Big question for the Saints this week: who will actually play and who won't? With the #1 seed locked up, it's possible some key Saints won't play. And they'll be facing a quarterback with the Panthers who they know very little about. Andrew Doak has that story live at the Saints facility in Metairie right now. Andrew.
Hey, Natalie. Yeah, they're not going to be facing Cam Newton this Sunday. He was benched really for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury before they played the Falcons last week. Against the Falcons, they played their #2 option, their backup quarterback. He got hurt and he was placed on injured reserve today. So do you remember a guy named Kyle Allen? If that rings a bell, he was a quarterback that played at Texas A&M. He then transferred and finished out his career with the Houston Cougars. They could also be preparing for someone named Garrett Gilbert as well. He played at Texas and then finished at SMU. These guys, neither of them are known that well in NFL circles, but they're certainly known well in collegiate circles. They both kind of had similar career paths, not really ever lived up to their billing at the collegiate level. They were high recruits out of high school, then never really panned out in the NFL. So the Saints this Sunday are going to be having to prepare for two quarterbacks potentially that they really don't have too much tape on.
Quickly we're going to have to watch as much tape on him as possible. We were just talking about him in the staff room. So, he's one of a number of players that you remember, it's trying to pay attention. He limited snaps this past weekend. What did the preseason look like? And then go back and read the reports.
Now, as far as the Saints are concerned, there are some significant milestones individually that players could reach this Sunday. Drew Brees is 8 yards away from 4,000 yards passing. He's reached that all 12 of his previous seasons in a Saints uniform. We'll talk to him coming up and have more at Sports about 5:20. Until then, here live at the Saints practice facility, Andrew Doak, Eyewitness News.
Sounds good, Andrew. And this is pretty cool.
Live in Metairie. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Doug, and yeah, look, there could be a lot of people out there saying right now, look, the Saints should rest everybody on Sunday against the Panthers. And while that all sounds well and good, realistically, it's just not a possibility. It's not that easy. The Saints and every NFL team only walk into game day with 46 players. So just from a numbers standpoint, that's not a possibility. You have to pick and choose who you can sit and who has to play. And there are also some individual milestones that some Saints can pick up that would entice them to at least play a few snaps on Sunday. For one, Drew Brees has a passer rating of 115.7 this season. If he maintains that, he could set the single-season passer rating for the second time in his career. Part of that is the efficiency. His completion percentage is off the charts. It's 74.4% this season. That would break the previous record set by himself just last year of 72%. Also with 24 more receiving yards, Michael Thomas can break Joe Horn's Saints single-season receiving record with 1,400 yards receiving, and Alvin Kamara has 18 touchdowns. That's tied for a single-season record with Dalton Hilliard. One more would give him the record alone.
We got a chance to win more games in the regular season than any team in Saints history. There's really only one way to go about doing that, and I think that, I think there's a lot at stake relative to some individuals, but also the evaluation process, and then also as a team, being able to hit that 14th win, that's a lot.
Another milestone for the Saints defense. They are still the #1 rush defense in the NFL, but if they hold the Panthers to 40 rushing yards or less, it'll break a 27-year-old Saints single-season rushing record for defense that stood for almost 3 decades, which is pretty unbelievable. We'll have more tonight at 10, but until then, live here at the Saints facility, Andrew Doak, Eyewitness Sports.